Let me just real quick see if I can make my pony in this thing. There we go. Perfect likeness. So, now there's an official MLP G5 game on Roblox, where you make your own pony and explore Maretime Bay. I naturally recorded it, played every minigame, collected all 3 of the special big crystals, and bought myself a trail of hearts. I think I'm qualified to talk about its game design. Now, when I say explore Maretime Bay, don't get too excited. There are depressingly few areas to genuinely discover, and if you do get excited and ask yourself, ooh, what's over there? Before you know it, you're out of bounds and spasming violently underneath the Canterlogic Defense Factory. The presentation isn't much better. The crystal collecting noise is so shrill that my roommate demanded I turn the sound down. The animations are entirely function over form, and it all just feels rather cheap. The presentation is passable for a free game, but it doesn't compare to Maretime Bay Adventure in any capacity. But you're here to hear about the minigames, right? Let's talk about those. Each of the main 5 gets their own, and will go from best to worst. First up, there's Pip's Dance-Off minigame. This is at the top because, well, I see genuine creativity here. There's a real learning curve, skill is required, and there are no upgrades that just make it easier. You have to speak this minigame's language and gel with its rhythm to succeed. The song selection is pretty pitiful. You can't even dance to Gonna Be My Day, for example, but it feels like the most effort went into this one, and it shows. There's a variation in rhythmic patterns, a competent scoring system, and game balance. Next is Hitch's Critter Search, where you travel around the woods near Maretime Bay looking for cute critters. They're all effectively T-posing, and it's just a scavenger hunt, but it's not a bad one. The environment is interesting to look at, with surprising variety given its limited real estate, and it does what it wants to do with minimal issue. Then we have Sunny's Smoothie Delivery, where you grab smoothies from Sunny, deliver them to the ponies marked on your HUD, and return to get more smoothies. When you complete a round, you get a time boost to deliver more smoothies, and the game ends when time runs out. There's no real game design here though, and not much player agency either, because it's so focused on the upgrades you can purchase. It feels less like Crazy Taxi, and more like busy work as you grind for your next speed upgrade. What next? Izzy's Crafting Hunt is like Hitch's Critter Search, except Izzy's crafting items are scattered all over Maretime Bay. They're harder to see, less interesting to look at, and since they're spread across a wide area, nabbing them all naturally gets far more tedious. Lastly, we have Zip's Cloud Collecting, where you amble about in the empty skies, bumping into the occasional cloud. It's essentially the same as the Smoothie game, again, but this one doesn't have proper controller support and there's just nothing to get attached to. The concept has no grounding in MLP, the gameplay loop is dreadful, the boosts scattered in the sky do nothing to help, it's generally unpleasant. I suppose this Roblox game is just that, generally unpleasant. I've played worse, who hasn't? But there's only the barest spark of creativity, and otherwise it feels soulless and corporatized to a fault. Play a Maretime Bay adventure instead.